start music this time. Are you there, Jesus?
Here we go.
I put a blessing on it. Too real, this ain't metaphoric. We just put the I in iconic. Buzzing like I'm electronic. Yeah, I put a blessing on it.
Second rhythm of the time. That's the first time. Hey everybody, I'm Tiffany Foy. Welcome to the Ramblin' Gypsy podcast. And today on the show, I've got two buddies of mine. This is Mags. This is Ditto. These guys are putting on a really epic motorcycle rally. It's called Uno Rios, and this is year what? Eight years.
8 strong.
8 and strong. That's good. Could say 8 weak. 8 and strong is good. We like strong. Yeah. It is held at Mountain Breeze on River Road. You guys have heard me mention River Road in New Braunfels, Texas, many a times. Just right down the street from our resort that we have, Gypsy River Resort. Let's talk a little bit about you. Who is Mags? First name's Cody.
Yes.
Correct.
My,
Good.
My name's Max.
Yeah. Yep.
Moved down to Texas about 10 years ago. Met the club down in Galveston, Lone Star Rally, and fell in love with the club since, and been going strong.
And the club is?
The Vietnam Vets Legacy Vets.
There you go. There you go. And Ditto?
My first name is Jamie. I'm a Kentucky boy originally, but I like to believe I'm a Texan now.
There you go.
I moved here in 2009, and I've been in the club about 15 years, and love most of it.
Most of it.
Most of it.
Was there that 1%? Is
So
it 2?
That little bit.
Maybe
that
3
makes
and a
you
half?
go. It depends on the day you ask.
Yeah.
Most days it's good, but
You don't love your job every day.
not every day.
No one does.
No.
I mean, well, Nick does. I mean, Meg's right here. Yeah. Look at it.
But the rally's fun.
They know I'm gonna throw something at them. Yeah.
The rally is a pain throughout the entire year except for that weekend.
And except for the weekend that happens.
And then the day after, it's like that Monday.
And then, do you guys jump right into it for the next year?
Nope. We usually wait. We'll have a some of the chapters will have like their chapter like after parties, since some chapters are working a lot, others are working. We don't have time to enjoy the festivities like everyone else does.
Right.
Working. So usually like a couple weeks once you get rested, relaxed, then we'll kind of have like a barbecue at someone's house.
Yeah.
Then we'll have like the after action report, which is when I sit down with bosses and other bosses and kind of go over what worked, what didn't work, what can we improve on, what take away, and then it just Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then January we have our first meeting, and then starts in January.
So let's kind of explain to people in the general public that don't understand how the chapters work. Like how can you explain that? I mean, so you met
So chapters, we have
in Galveston.
When you have a book, you have different chapters in each book.
Okay. And this book is called...
That is the worst explanation I've ever heard.
I'll actually let him explain that.
Yeah. And let's go ahead, Ditto. You want to tell us how you just sit here and do this, okay? Yep.
It's broken down just like any organizational structure that you have. You have a layered where you have state leadership, and then within different AOs around the state, depending on the size of that AO, we'll have a chapter. And then those chapters usually consist, on average, we run about 10 or 15 strong in that chapter. And they make the decisions for that AO. And of course, then they report up to the state reports up to the region, and then we have a national leadership as well. So there is a hierarchy in our club. Area of operation. Sorry, there you go.
Military term.
But it's
there goes that time again. Y'all, you're real junior.
It's
1900. What?
What we have is standard hierarchy and organizational structure, just like any other motorcycle club around here. We all kind of operate the same, varying degrees, but for the most part, it works.
So this club, I mean, they're like you said, national. So every state has y'all's club.
Right.
Yes. And so do y'all have big national shindigs, big national meetings, like at this particular festival?
So actually,
rally.
Yeah, actually this year for Uno Rios, it was just voted in thanks to Ditto and all the brothers out there that voted on it. Actually, this is the first year that came as a national rally.
Nice.
So it started out like the first year was just a club only and invitees only, and then year 2 we opened it up to the public, and it's just grown since.
Nice.
And this year for our club, it's our first year of the national rally.
Wow. So what took so long to make it a national rally?
Well, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but we have to show support, like it's self-sustaining. We have to
Okay.
So I had to provide to Ditto was ground factual facts and statistics and the numbers and how much we spent, how much the revenue was, what the ins and the outs of everything, and then because we have to prove it, because a state or a national is not gonna just approve a rally if it's just at a bar just hanging out.
Right.
If they're going to be invested into it and make it a national rally, we have to show support, documentational support that the rally is self-efficient, self-sustaining.
And badass.
I have a question.
And balanced.
And y'all do all of this with no women involved?
Yes and no.
I need
Okay,
answers
okay.
right now.
First off, you're here right
because
now.
I cannot wipe my own ass without Nick. And so, I mean,
you guys are here right now.
yeah.
So that answers your
But
question.
I mean, y'all are voting and you're doing things and you're proving your point. And you have calculations and you have spreadsheets and shit. Like,
yes,
what? Who is doing that?
We do. So yes. So to answer your question, yes. This is not an easy question to answer.
Yes,
No
it is.
shit.
The answer is yes.
That's why I went like, and ditto, it's your turn again.
To answer your question,
Help.
most of the decisions, if not all the decisions, are made by the club. We don't have any women in the club. So to answer your question, yes, we do it ourselves. We do get a lot of support from the local community. You guys, for example, our wives jump in there and help. There's lots of people that behind the scenes that help us make Uno Rios what it is. But to answer the question, yes, the club makes most, if not 99.5% of the decisions that result in the execution of the rally.
Got you. How long does it take for y'all in one meeting to make a decision?
Never. Wait, hold on. Without arguing?
Yeah.
So some decisions are easy. I mean, we have our meeting, so we start out in January.
First thing I'm thinking of right now is when anyone says, "What do you want for dinner?" That is never an easy decision.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is. I already came to the conclusion. I figured that whole dilemma. So you go up to your wife, right? Hey, guess what's for dinner? Taco Bell. Guess what? That's what's for dinner. Whatever she guesses, she just answers. That's what she wants for dinner.
Because and you know how many of them just come up with something and say, "You know what? Taco Bell. First of all, none. Second of all,
I love Taco Bell.
of course you do. And at 1 a.m. we all do. Yeah. But I mean, no.
Yeah.
I would just like to be behind the scenes and with a whole bunch of.
Some decisions are harder than others.
Yes.
Some of them are pretty quick. A lot of because the rally's 8 years old, there's a lot of stuff that just happens. Every year it's the same. The ball's rolling, and we don't really change a lot. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right.
As we grow and we try to get bigger and we try to get better, there's a lot of good ideas that get thrown into the mix,
Right.
and everybody's got an opinion on that idea.
Oh yeah.
So we have to kind of juggle how we work those opinions.
Do you ever just have that one that you just said, you know what, maybe we should not invite him to that meeting
Yeah, we have
anymore?
a few of those.
Yeah.
But still, like all the
I got some
decisions.
clients and
Yeah, yeah.
customers like that. Like, yeah, I don't know that.
Even the decision, it's not like, even as the chairman and him as the state president, there's a decision we cannot. There's a whole committee, a whole board.
Right.
So there's some things like that years ago is based off. Like I can make marketing and advertising decisions on the fly.
Right.
He can make certain decisions on the fly, but everything else is throughout a committee, and it's like I do not have the power to spend Uno Rios funds.
Right.
However, I think 'cause it's not about me.
Right.
It's not about him. It's about the whole rally and the successfulness of the rally. So yeah, some decisions are easy to make, some are not.
Yeah.
And just because one person wants one thing, there's gonna be 10 other people that don't, and 5 other people that do. For example, the car show. You can talk about that the first year.
How many people are in the final decision making? Like, is there? I mean, you have obviously you have a secretary, a treasurer. Do you have all of that, or you don't? You have to. Who's counting your beans?
Yes.
You know, and a lot of it he talked about the committee we have, and that's it's about 7 or 8 people. that's kind of given the responsibility by the state. We say, hey, we trust you guys to sit down and make decisions, and if you guys think this decision is much bigger than the committee, then we'll shoot it out to the entire state, and every brother will have can throw their opinion in. But really, we empower the committee to make the majority of the decisions. So we're talking 8, 9, or 10 people or so.
Gotcha.
Counting the logistics, we have a secretary, we have a committee chairman, we have different roles and responsibilities, and really we just trust. I, as a state P, I trust that committee to make decisions.
Nice.
They'll come to me and say, "Here's what we're thinking," and I will say yes or no. Maybe I don't like that, and we'll talk about different options. But we trust them.
Nice. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Too many hands in the cookie jar makes it more difficult.
You're not lying.
So we try to keep it as simple as
That's
possible.
why we started in January.
Yeah. How often do you have, do you at all even have people that are on the committee that are, and just say, you know what, I cannot handle this. This is way too much pressure. Do you have, I mean, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Where you guys, I mean, somebody's just like, I can't.
Well,
This
okay,
is way
so
out of my league.
I'll be honest. Like, there's been times.
How many
where-
quitters is what you got? That's what I want to know.
Almost
Yeah.
There's been a
Yeah.
couple of times I just want to
You
do the
crack-
white flag. Like,
yeah.
I'm done because
Yeah.
when we start in January, our meetings go roughly about quarterly. Now, mind you, the committee, we're all in a group chat, so we're texting. Like, especially like right now, we're texting like every day.
You're right.
We're messaging back and forth.
Yeah.
But we start, quarterly meetings, and then once in the summer, it's monthly. And like right now, it's crunch time. The rally's in 2.5 weeks.
Right.
We're talking like every day.
Mhm.
Every day, every night.
That's a lot of love.
No.
No.
No,
Not really.
It's brotherly love.
Yeah.
It's there's been times like I snapped at brothers. It's like I apologize.
Right.
But
At least you come up and do. I mean, at least you apologize.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I do
mean,
it with mine when I flip.
especially when it's
I
crunch time.
flip.
It's like I've
It's stressful.
I've been chewed up before by gas man. I've chewed gas man out before, and it just it's so high stress and balls turning. It's
Yeah.
constantly on the it's crunch time. Like we're going.
Right.
We're dotting I's right now, crossing T's. We're finalizing things. Things that was planned and then canceled last minute.
Right. Which, I mean, the inevitable happens. I mean,
Yes.
there's a
We
lot of
just-
oh shit
we
moments.
just roll with the punches.
Right.
But as the rally grows, the requirements get bigger. We started this rally. The club has had rallies over the years, 2 or 3, 4, historically. And around 2016, we decided, hey, we need to get back to this.
Right.
Let's go back to good old fashioned biker parties, and it was designed for the club. We didn't talk about civilians. It was mainly let's go out and find a campground and just do old fashioned biker stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's drink beers and wreck our motorcycles and have a good time.
Yeah.
Yes.
But over the years,
Whoa.
that rally has evolved right
Yeah.
into what it is today, and now it's open to the public. It is a full on what I would call a bona fide music festival at this point. We have car shows, we have vendors, I think we even got a mechanical bull this year. I mean, we do lots of stuff. Well, the more you throw into that,
Yeah.
the more the requirements get bigger, and the more you got to think through it and plan the specifics.
More
The
So
legalities,
it's just
the
getting harder.
insurances.
It gets
Yeah.
harder every year,
Yes.
and you can see the people who really want to be involved,
Right.
and the ones who just want to be an old biker party.
Yeah.
They kind
They
of
kind of
fall off.
fall off.
So we're watching it grow before our eyes.
Right.
That's a good thing.
And,
Yeah.
and it's exciting because by the time, being a chairman and running for years, whatever, I'm at my last straw. And then to see everything unravel and unfold in
Yeah.
front of you, and everything works out and
Mhm.
it's working. It doesn't matter. We can sit here and be in an argument the day before the rally and be at each other's throats.
Yeah.
But then as soon as it kicks off, it's we're hugging. It's
We freaking
man,
did it.
we
We
did
did it,
it.
man.
We
We
did
did
it.
it.
and
It's,
that right there makes everything. And seeing what
Yes.
Uno Rios is about is for veterans and other veterans to come together, the camaraderie that we once had in the military, and then bring the community together. So once it started as a motorcycle rally, like you said, now it's a music festival. Now
Yes.
we integrate a car show.
Yeah.
Now it's more bring all walks of life, and that way it's not just MC biker stuff
Right.
where civilians are think Waco
Right.
and think bikers have a bad rep. No.
Right.
Now it's to show everyone we have everything. We have a car show. We have this.
There's
we
so
have
much
music.
etiquette in bikers, and I mean, oh my gosh, the love and I've been riding since I was little and been around all kinds, shapes, sizes, you name it, and it's a whole vibe. It is. I mean, a brotherhood to say the least, but it's very epic. Once you have that type of a family like that, there's like no other.
You keep asking us questions. I mean, you've been there for how many years?
I have.
What's your opinion on it? How do you feel about Uno Rios? Let me ask you some questions.
Look at this shit. Yeah. Yeah. Look at all big balls in Cowtown over
She's
here.
about to time out and
Yeah.
fire you.
Wait, is that a pull? Are we pulling?
Yeah, we're about to pull the plug. No, I have enjoyed it. I really have, and that was one of the questions that I was going to have for you guys because, as he had explained, you brought in the car portion of that, which is what brought me to the rally. Not so much just the motorcycle and it being right down the road and from us, but that's what brought us to y'all's festival.
It's just a whole different demographic of people. You can. There's only so many bikers in the greater San Antonio, New Braunfels area. When you bring in the car culture, then now you integrate that group of people in with us, and it just makes a bigger party. We all like the same things. We like stuff that goes fast and looks good.
Yes.
It
makes a lot of noise. I was going to say it's really loud.
And let's put them all in one
when
big
you're setting
field.
off an alarm, there's nothing but a smile on your face.
So let's put them all in one big field and drink lots of beers.
Yeah.
So I think it's
record motorcycles.
Now the idea, we used to have it the second week of September. Last year we realized that it was just too damn hot.
It's freaking hot as hell.
And we had people who were coming to the car show, parking their car, sitting there for about an hour, and they're like, we just can't do it, and they leave.
Right.
So the idea of moving it, we shifted 1 month to the right. Hopefully, the weather's a little nicer, even though it's still kind of hot. But hopefully that'll bring some more people out.
I think that's a huge factor because I have been at those and I've melted at every single one. And we were just at a festival that a group reached out to us, ironically, and it's just out of the music family and what have you. And we went down there and it's in the Panhandle, and my Lord, it is a huge street party, and it was awful. I mean, it was so brutally hot. And I'm like, that was the first question I said when I got there was, y'all do this the same time every year? Have you ever considered the temperature? And there's no shade. There's no such thing. I mean, there's no, at least where we're at out here, you've got huge trees and what have you, and that does help, and there is a breeze. But my gosh, just I think changing that on your calendar date is a big deal.
That's one thing we've always done is after, like, especially during the car show, is the previous chairman and when I was coordinator, I'd always go to every vendor, every sponsor, every, the car show people that have been out there and get, constructive criticism. And the first year for the car show, the one thing I got from a lot of the car club people, like he was saying, bringing two walks of life together.
Yeah.
I got that feedback a lot. Like, we've never seen a motorcycle rally and a car show come together.
It's really cool.
And they're like, it's unique, and they're like, they dig it.
Especially for people like us that have both. Yeah. So we did. We had our hot rods that we brought in, and then we also had some of our old school vintage bikes that we've got, and the bobber, and the
biggest complaint the past 2 years was, like, especially last year, was the heat.
Yeah.
There was a heat. So we, the committee, we decided shift right.
Yeah.
October. So we'll see. I think staying positive. We're all staying positive, and
that's good.
Hoping that
it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. It's a lot of fun.
We're looking forward to a good one. I mean, it's the car show over the years. It's ups and down years, obviously, but it's kind of grown some legs, and it's almost a standalone event within the rally. I mean, it's called the Uno Rios HotRod Rockabilly Rumble. It's all things celebrating the rockabilly culture.
Yes.
So it's old hot rod cars. We have a pinup contest. This year, we decided, families want to come out and they bring their kids, and we started noticing that the little girls were dressing up in rockabilly stuff
cute.
Too. So we said, hey, let's do a little junior miss.
Yeah.
So this year we're incorporating the Miss Junior Miss. We've got Tamara that runs the New Braunfels Pinups. They come out every year and they help us put on a great event. And then we got rockabilly bands. So it's all things celebrating rockabilly from 8 to 4. Yeah. And then we go back to normal biker stuff. So it should be good.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be so fun. Yeah, I think the concept of bringing in the hot rods with the scoots is a really good idea, and the pinup thing, because it's a whole vibe. It's a very good vibe. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
And like that year,
since you're asking.
Well, the first year we had that guy from Counting Cars come out, and people from the car show, they've never seen bike games. So they would all like
That
migrate
is
over.
every time you say wreck our motorcycle, all I can think about is the hot dog
you know how
contest.
many? You know how many?
I mean, if you've never seen the hot dog contest, y'all are not living life. You've got to do this. Put it on your bucket list.
But they
You've got to
like
see
they
the hot
could
dog.
not imagine like or fathom like they just like orchestrated over to where the bike games were. Like, what's all this noise?
Yeah.
And then to see people like these $30,000 motorcycles.
Yeah.
And just bitch telling and flipping off
Yeah.
and like, yeah, and putting their bike. And
Why
here
are
we
they
go.
so happy right
And
now?
throwing kegs and
Yeah,
you know.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
It is a
It's
good time.
all influenced by booze.
Maybe we should get some of
And, and we're all here for it. Hell yeah.
All right, and action.
And,
I would want to do that
and
too.
yeah, you just,
I'm having fun.
you're right now.
you
I'm
don't
so
have the
glad you're having. We do have the little thing.
Do
We
you
got-
really?
We do. Yeah, we do. So go get it. Yeah, yeah. We'll do another one and we'll.
I've already
we'll-
marked off 2 boxes off my
we'll
checklist before
cut
I
it.
die. The next
We can do it the next one. Yeah, we'll do the next one. He's so excited. You'll have to. She can write on it or whatever. Yeah.
It's the little things.
Okay, I know. Yeah, the little things that make him happy.
Bro.
Okay, so we're pin up.
Yeah.
And we got the two groups, so 15 and under,
Correct.
and then
15 and up. Or
16 and up.
16 and up.
16 and up. Yes. And what made did the pinup thing? Because that didn't come in from just the bike and the pinup deal.
So we
Y'all
brought,
kind of brought in the car and the pinup thing at the
Yeah,
same
at the
time,
same
right?
time.
Yeah.
we did. We
Right.
I've got an old '54 Bel Air. I'm kind,
Yeah.
of, kind of a rockabilly
Yeah.
guy. I like
seen
I
it.
like the culture. So I thought, it all makes sense. Let's bring them all in. Of course, me and Tamara and Eric are big buddies.
Yeah.
So the first year was what's the name of his band at this point? Anyway,
Yep.
um,
Yep. Oh shit! Don't look at me right now. Yeah.
all right. Anyway, his
Yep.
band and Tamara, we got them involved, and it's worked. It brings a whole
They're so much fun.
another dimension.
Yeah.
People come out there. I've been to a lot of car shows where you just kind of sit there.
Mhm.
You're out there on an old asphalt parking lot and you're
Yep.
sweating to death, and there's
Sweating.
really nothing going on.
Mhm.
You can only walk around and look at the same car so much. So to have a pinup contest and have lots of bands and stuff to do,
Right.
just kind of makes the day more
It
fun.
does. It
Yeah.
does. So this rally starts on Thursday.
Technically, it starts Friday. It's Thursday is more like a pre-party. So
Okay.
the rally has always been Friday and Saturday. But what years ago, it's like Uno Rios like 2 and 3 or whatever, we started noticing that brothers from like out of state, throughout the country, were like obviously they're traveling, so they get
Right.
in early. So they'll show up Wednesday, and next thing we know, like Thursday night at Mountain Breeze, we're all just hanging out. It's like, okay, you know what? And then other families, other clubs come in,
Right.
and it's like, you know what? Let's start getting a DJ or a
Yeah.
band or something. It's just
Yeah.
it's like the pre-party.
Right.
So anyone out there that wants to come out Thursday, come
Y'all
on.
want a pregame Thursday night. Yeah. And so Friday is
Game on.
just music.
Yeah, we've
Or
got.
when do the cars start coming in?
The cars will come in probably first thing Saturday morning.
Okay.
We'll have some people, if they're camping or if they come out and spend the weekend, you'll have a few cars will come out, but the bulk of them will show up on Saturday morning.
Okay.
But no, Friday night is we got 3 bands on Friday. That is our country night, so
Right.
to speak. We've got Clayton Chapman Band, Midnight River Choir, and Mickey and the Motor Cars
Yeah.
playing Friday night. So that's
The
going to be
boys.
that's
Yeah,
going to be
it's
a
gonna be a
killer
good
night
time.
for us.
It'll be great.
So we're excited about that. And then on Saturday, we got a 50s and 60s rockabilly band out of San Antonio called the Vinyl 45s. They're going to play the car show. And then we've got 2 bands on Saturday night. It's Of 82 out of Houston. They're like an 80s rock cover band. And then we got the Weeknights out of Austin.
That's gonna be good.
They're a 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
Think Blink 182.
Right.
That's what we got Saturday night.
I
So
love
it's
it.
going to be killer.
I love it.
And the crazy thing is, the Weeknights, this is our second time. They were supposed to headline last year rally, and that's when the storm hit, blew everything over, and we had to cancel. So they're excited to come down and kind of finish what they started. So it should be a good weekend.
What
Uno
are
Rios
the-
Hurricane.
What are the yeah, literally day passes? What are the stipulations for people to come in during the day? Is there any, or how's that working?
Yes, there are day passes. For the rally is I should know this stuff. I look at it, but for
It's $20 for a day pass.
yeah,
$30
for the
for
car
the
show
weekend pass.
for the inner car is like what $30,
$30.
and for the whole weekends 30, 40.
I think it's 20 for a day pass,
Yeah.
or you can get a whole weekend for $30.
Got you.
So that's pretty good.
That's
you
very,
get especially the bands on
very,
Friday night
very
for 20
cheap.
bucks.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, that's insane.
now the car show entry fee is $30, but that is the car and 2 people.
Okay.
Anybody after that is $10 spectator fee.
Okay.
So if I just want to come out on Saturday and see the cars
Right.
from 8 to 4, it's $10 to get in. If you want to spend the whole day, then you got to buy obviously the day pass.
Got you.
But all that's on Moon Tower tickets. They can go there and drop down menus.
Okay, you guys.
And-
Moon
and-
Tower
and
tickets.
Moon Tower tickets, and if you want the time of your life, you got VIP. That's
There you
$100,
go.
and that's all
Yes.
weekend, and that is a chance to hang out with every single band, pictures, autographs.
Yours truly. We are doing our very first live podcast there Saturday morning at 10:30 in the VIP tent, and that is going to be
With the
really
Metro,
epic.
right?
We're bringing the Metro. Yeah, we're putting a pop-up bar in the back of it, and so yeah, it's going to be a good time. But
It's
yeah,
gonna be a good time.
so that's happening Saturday morning. But so people that can come in, is it BYOB? Are they able to?
No.
How is that? It's not,
So-
right? Because I know when I have my setup at my place, that cannot happen.
So the owner of Mountain Breeze. Can we pause for a second?
He's a rock star, and we love him.
Do I get the clapper?
He wants the clapper. He's so excited.
I don't know what else to hear.
That's so cool. That's why most of my friends, whatever girl, that's a Audrey Hepburn fan. She's
Yeah.
like, who are you?
Right.
It's who's
We
face
gotta
the
turn
camera.
around.
huh?
Oh my
You see their
god!
face?
Yes,
They sat there for 10 minutes,
I
right?
can't believe I was like, oh my lord! You gotta do the other hand. You're and here we go, and we are back.
You're terrible.
Take 12. Yeah.
All right. But no, Paul has done a great time accommodating us for Uno Rios. He has a 60-foot flagpole that our club put in a few years
It's
ago.
amazing, and I'm so jealous.
And
Just in case y'all know.
Hey, we can make
I
that
mean,
work. We can make
Don't
that
make
work.
me phone somebody in the club. Yeah.
We can make that work. But we replace that flag every year. That is the kickoff to
This is such an epic story. You guys pay attention to this because this is really beautiful.
So on Friday, kickoff Uno Rios, we have a ceremony at 5 o'clock.
Thank
5
you.
o'clock.
For
That
all-
we will. It's a ceremonial process. We march out there, take the flag down, we retire it how it's supposed to be retired, buy
Yes.
the books, and then we raise a new flag,
I
and
love
that is
that.
Paul's flag.
I love that. That makes my heart so happy.
Yeah, he's done a phenomenal job. We all love Paul.
He's so amazing.
Yeah, for the rally, it's no outside alcohol.
Right.
He has a fully stocked bar,
Yep.
and this year for anyone that gets VIP tickets, well, they'll have a satellite bar right there
Yes.
next to him. So no walking, no
Yeah.
lines.
Yeah.
It's
In the metro.
in the metro.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's really cool. So, and we do the same thing at our place when we have people that come outside that want to come and see the live music or whatever. It's just only it's only fair. So yeah, that's perfect. So, but yeah, great music Friday, Saturday. I'm super excited. Sunday, what's anything? Sunday, just kind of everybody think about their choices,
Yeah.
talk about all their bad decisions,
Find
Go to
your
church.
find your
Do some Hail
little-
Marys.
yeah, little Jesus,
Figure out which
and
camper
then-
you woke up in.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
or we're at in the grass.
Right. As long as you don't end up down in the river. I mean,
We have had
Yeah.
IV tents out there.
oh, I can tell you, I have had some big stories where I've had knocks on my door. And this is, I think we've done, it was like a couple live videos down at my place, music videos, not live music videos, and getting a knock on my motorhome and open up the door and they're like, hey, Tiffany, I think one of your musicians is dead down there. Like, wait, what? What do you mean? She's like, yeah, like down on the bulkhead. I think there's one that's dead down there, and I'm walking down there. I'm like, what the hell are you even talking about? I walk down there, and there's one of them passed out on the picnic table that's in the water.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have
I was
you been
like,
to
I said,
Sturgis?
what are you doing? Yeah. And he's
It's a
like,
great
I'm
idea.
just taking a
Yeah.
power nap. And I was like, what power nap right now. Get your ass
So-
up. They think you're dead down here.
That was probably a great idea.
Oh
the
my
night before.
god.
Yep. I'm not gonna say any names, but
Mhm.
if his brother that's gonna be watching
But I'm not gonna
this,
say
he's
your
gonna
name,
he's
but
gonna
he's gonna
know.
be there in spot 12 this weekend.
He's gonna know. He decided at like 1:00 in the morning to go swimming in the river and to float
And just go float.
and just float. And brothers thought he was dead in
Yeah.
the Guadalupe and out in South Texas. And so he finally reached up and got him, and he was pissed. Ended up going to the wrong RV that night. And that's all I'm gonna say. That story. And he's gonna be pissed when he sees this. And I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Should we tell everybody when this is happening? You want to throw the dates out there?
in
Instead-
October.
Yeah. No shit. 10th
10th to the 13th.
10th
Yeah.
through
You're-
the 13th.
I can see your head spinning. You're
Yeah,
like-
he's
you're
looking
like,
at
what's the
he's
detail?
looking at
Okay,
you going.
okay, but that wasn't supposed to be
I should know
broadcasted.
this too.
I'm like, oh shit, what's today? What month is it? What year?
Oh Lord, y'all need to make it
Look,
right.
it was a late night last night, okay?
Remember that question up front was how do we make
Yeah.
it? That's how we make decisions.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, exactly.
But sometimes we're shooting.
All right, we voted and gavel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just want to come and hang out. I will like get y'all's.
But you never answered my
beers for
question.
y'all when your next meeting. I just want to
Oh, man.
sit back with some popcorn, maybe a Camel or something, and we can just.
And you
I just
have-
want to be a
you have
part of
things.
this vibe.
I
Just
want
wanna-
you to bring a zebra.
Lakely, yeah,
That's the name, Lakely.
Lakely Blue.
But you still haven't answered my question. What are your thoughts on Uno Rios? Well, you've been
I
coming
told
to
you,
Uno
I
for a couple
absolutely
years.
love it. I love the fact that y'all took the hot rods and brought them into a vibe that they are not accustomed to, which is the motorcycle side. I love that. I think that is because you really don't.
Then you brought an alpaca.
I did. That
Couple
was
years
Patton.
ago.
Yeah. Yes,
I
and
did.
you just asked me the other day when we were all walking the grounds about if I was going to bring him yet, and you just saw him. I
Yeah,
told you
there's gonna be no pit bull there.
he's a grown ass man.
He's,
Patton.
I bet you won't ride that camel down the hill.
I will. Then I
Do
will.
not tempt me with a good time. Do not.
Now we're gonna fucking do
That,
it.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
whole entry. That
She
whole
has
entry,
a whole. Yeah,
Wasn't there
you
a
should-
plan to drive in on Friday? Is that right?
We're doing
Thursday.
it Thursday night.
Oh yeah. Somebody
Thursday
should
Oh, wait,
night.
hold on.
have an American flag.
Wait, did you
riding
want
the camel.
motorcycles or camels?
I'm not telling
Yes,
you what I'm riding in
The
on.
camel should be leading the way with American flags.
I like this. I like
Nothing
this.
says
This is how.
nothing
this
says
is how,
America.
This is how good
Nothing
ideas
says
start.
America better than Leroy the camel.
This is how good ideas start. Hold my beer. Watch this.
Yeah.
Harleys and camels.
Harleys and
Go down
camels.
River Road.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh Lord. So you know her name, the female. Her name is Tammy Foy Baker. My
Mhm.
last name is Foy. She's got eyelashes that'll make
he
everyone
growls.
jealous. He's talking to you.
No, he growling.
That's what they say.
How did I go again? One more time?
No. That's all you get from me. You need to go out there and y'all can talk about it yourself.
I didn't know camels
You
growl.
I said, I want to go to Uno Rios.
He did.
Yeah.
Wants to know if he's gonna get like
I'm gonna take the
a
zebra.
merch shirt or something.
I'm gonna bring the zebra.
So now we're talking about names. I want to know how you guys come up with y'all's names in your club.
Usually it's because we do something stupid. We usually earn them, and it's usually an embarrassing story on how you got it. Most of us. Now, I wouldn't say that's 100% accurate,
I cannot
but
wait
it's
for this
the,
to evolve.
the majority of us earn our names in embarrassing ways. Right.
Okay, let's start with Gasman.
Who's gas? No, I'm not gas man.
I know you're not.
I will not speak on how another brother
Got his
got
name.
his name. That brother's the
Ditto.
only one I can speak.
How did
How
did
did
it-
Ditto.
how did I get my name?
Yes.
Oh man. So I am very opinionated,
Cool.
right? If you tell me I did something wrong, I'm going to explain to you why I did it the way I did it. Because in my mind, I was right. I'm
Of
usually.
course you were.
I like to believe I'm usually right.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to tell you why I did what I did and try to justify it. So one night I was explaining this, and when you're a prospect in our club, no matter what you do, you're always wrong. So it didn't work for me. So I was struggling very badly during this whole process. And
How long ago was this?
2010? No,
Are you looking at me for
yeah,
clarification?
2010-ish. So one night I'm getting it from everybody because I just couldn't keep my mouth shut. And somebody pulled me off to the side, and I guess every prospect has a sponsor in our club. It's a brother whose job is to train you and teach you what not to do.
What? Okay.
So evidently, my sponsor had the same problem that I did.
Oh, perfect.
He liked to he ran
Perfect.
he ran his mouth
Dumb
at
and
hard.
dumber together.
So,
I get it now.
and his road name was Alibi because no matter what he did wrong,
He had an alibi.
And because I acted just like him, they called me Bill.
There you
So
go.
I got stuck
Yeah.
because I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. And there you go.
Yeah, so Uno Rios in October.
Yeah. Come on.
Is that a real story?
Let's
Were you
go.
the guy floating in
No.
the river?
No, I was,
Come
trying,
on.
I was trying to change the subject.
I know you were.
So, I got my name by,
You know how red your cheeks are right now?
it's the burn from on the bike. I'm sunburned.
It's sunburn.
Sunburn.
That's
That's what us
adorable.
gringos have issues with.
Yeah.
Anyways, so long story short, I used, you remember I had long hair.
Yeah.
I've been called Jax and
Yep.
Ragnar Lothbrok, all this. So I didn't mess up bad enough to really get a name. I've had almost names, almost, and then I got a mission one day from my lovely sponsor that to come back the next meeting with 3 names. So I came back with, in the military they call me Erp. My last name's Wyatt, so they just call me Erp. In the oil field they call me Cowboy. Because at the time I was like Cowboy Cerrone. And I forget the third name. Again, this was years ago. So he's just like, and my sponsor is this special forces, just old school, like back in when clubs like brothers had names of Booger and Shit Stain,
Yeah.
or whatever. So he's like, you're too pretty to be a biker. You belong in a boy band. We're gonna call you Maggot.
That's
So
not
my
very
name-
nice.
So
He's kind of mean.
I took
Yeah.
it as Maggot. And I don't believe in changing the name that was given to you. So I just shortened it. One day, I got tired of people asking, how the hell did you get the name Maggot? And I had so many different stories on how to do this,
Yeah.
or explained it,
Explain it.
which I'm not going to say that on camera. And
Oh,
finally,
my
my brother was just like, I'm just going to call you Mags for short. I'm like,
There
I
it
will
is.
stick with that.
There
I
you
like
go.
that. But my actual name is Maggot.
Maggot. Who would have ever thought?
Oh,
Oh, well, apparently the entire
Did
world.
you know this story?
I did not.
Did you know his
somebody,
story?
Somebody's too pretty. But call him Maggot.
Yeah.
Doesn't really
I
hurt.
mean, it's not even. What?
Too pretty to be a biker, so they called me Maggot to offset his offset. And then another brother, which
That's
I'm not
just
gonna speak his
mean.
name.
That's just
He
being
said
a bully.
he said my picture of the prospect, and then Jack's Charlie Hunnam,
Yes.
and sent it all the way up through the state. So you know, because as a part you gotta be voted in, 100% vote. And he
They all
sent my
just kicking
picture
you
of-
out.
with Jack's Teller. Oh man, that was a long time ago. Good times.
It was a long time ago. So you had your hair cut off for a minute.
Couple months.
Yeah. Yep.
Couple months. I'm going right back out.
Yeah.
Got all of it out.
Oh.
Oh
Y'all got to vote on that too?
no.
What, for him to cut his hair?
For y'all to no, listen to him. No.
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 I'm growing it out.
No.
I voted that. I passed it.
I voted. Me, myself, and I.
Well, all 3 of us are growing my hair out,
Yeah.
but I'm growing all of it out this time.
All of it.
All of it.
Going back to the OG.
Sides, everything.
All of it. How many people are in your little club?
Enough.
Enough?
A lot.
A lot?
Plenty.
Too many?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
You know, it does this.
Yeah.
You know, it's good times. People start to
Uh-huh.
then it falls off a little bit, and then
Picks back up.
you get the strong brothers to stick around, and it picks
Yeah.
back up. So we go through roller coasters, but we have a good core group of brothers that stick around no matter.
What is the average time to be a prospect to become an actual member?
Until
Until?
It depends on the person.
How stupid they are?
Yeah, if you're like me and you can't keep your mouth shut, it tends to take you a little longer.
Did you ever think, fuck this, I'm done, I just can't,
you know,
I just can't keep my mouth shut?
to
I'll
this
tell you,
to this
everybody
day, I
says-
still do that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
I was thinking that today.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Right for before he walked in this door. I hope I can shut the hell up, but probably not.
Yeah, everybody thinks that from time to time. I personally, it took me from start to finish roughly about a year.
Yeah.
Almost a year, just shy of a year. From hanging around guests, prospecting, just shy of a year.
Yeah.
And I know some people, some brothers, 400 plus days.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on the person. We had a brother. He's still in the club actually, but when he was a prospect, if you gave him a mission, he took it literally. And somebody gave him $5 and said, "Hey, run and get me a beer." Okay, I got you.
He ran.
Took that $5, went outside, got on his bike, went down.
Oh, I thought you meant he ran. I was like, look at Forrest run.
He got on his bike, rode around, hit another bar, had a beer, rode to the next bar, come back like an hour later, hand him beer. So where you been? You just told me to go get you a beer. You didn't say how long. So his time, it took him a while.
A little smart ass.
Yeah, it took him a while. So it really depends on the person and how much time and effort you put into it.
That had to have been a hard one to swallow.
But you earn those, right? You know,
from his what's it called? His person? His
sponsor.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say coach.
But you know if it was easy, if it was easy to do, then everybody would do it.
Right.
Right. And then it wouldn't be anything worth it. You know, it'd be easy to quit because it was easy to get.
Gotcha.
The harder this is to obtain, the more you earned it, and the more you want it. There's been a lot of times in the last 15 years where I've questioned, do I really want to do this?
Right.
But then I tell myself, you know, I put a lot into this. This is 15 years of my life.
How?
So I'm going to stick around and I'm going to deal with this little hard time because there's so much better stuff.
What makes you decide there's so many clubs and organizations out there? What made you guys decide that this is the one?
You know, and everybody's probably got a different reason. You know, for me, it was you find something in the military that makes you that person that you are.
Right.
Even if you weren't that person, the Army changes you into that person.
Sure.
So when you come home from wherever you work, you're looking for it. You know, you're missing something. There's a hole somewhere, and you're looking to fill it. For me, being around these brothers, it's the closest thing you're going to get to the military.
Right.
I find that camaraderie that I found in Iraq. You find it here, and the best thing is I can go to any club, but they don't understand what's going on up here.
Right.
They do.
Right.
So you find that connection here that I may not find somewhere else.
Right. Or just in. Yeah. I mean, there's so many that have PTSD and what have you. And I mean, that's got to be.
When I found this club, I was at the lowest point of my life, and this club saved my life. I was
that's where I was going with that.
Homeless, my truck was repoed. I didn't know what. And it was actually my grandma, my 78-year-old grandma.
Really?
It was like, you need to join one of them biker clubs. I was like, Grandma, I ain't joining no biker club. Started looking into it, and like I said, my truck was repoed. I just moved to Texas, fighting a lot, not fitting in, about to be homeless, and met the club, and I ditched all my friends from high school that moved out here to Texas, and ran into them. Like, I haven't seen them in 10, 15 years, 20 years, and met the club. Girl.
Yeah.
And since that day I got with that Lone Star Rally, I've been dead set.
That's awesome.
But you know, and you'll see that if you come to Uno Rios, you'll just find it. It's just an atmosphere. It's just a good time.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody's there, and you'll have side parties. There'll be somebody over here at their RV barbecuing over here.
Right.
There'll be people at the bar. You'll find little parties within the party, but everybody's kind of there together. And then hopefully, you know, the bands kick off on Friday night, and Mickey and the Motor Cars gets on stage.
It is going to be
and everybody's there, and it's just, you know, we're all. I told him, I said, I'm going to buy a whole bunch of bottles of booze and take the cap off and just pass it around. You know, Paul's going to get real mad at me.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. Paul, I love you.
Yeah.
I will buy the bottles from you.
Yeah.
But and you just have, that's what it's all about. You know, we throw this party. One, it's a thank you to our brotherhood. Yeah. And it's one time a year where there's no business. You know, we don't come. You come to Uno Rios, we're not going to sit around and talk about what's going on next weekend.
Right.
We'll worry about that on Sunday.
Yeah.
We want the community to come in. You know, we go to bars like say Billy's, and now Billy's don't let us come there anymore.
Right.
So now we're gonna bring everybody to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll bring everybody down.
This
to
is
us.
my show, and I got a big fat E on
Billy, let
there.
us come back.
And we can say whatever we want to say.
Yeah, but
Our motto used to be "Come party with the vets."
yeah,
Yes.
come party with the vets. We'll show you a good time,
I love it.
and we'll sit around. We got great bands. We got lots of good stuff. We've got a mechanical bull. We're gonna do the wet T-shirt contest on the bull.
There you go.
I told him, I said, think about
Don't think about your
Urban
choices.
Cowboy.
Think
Yeah.
about those when it's over.
When I was telling this, I said, you remember Urban Cowboy when CC gets up on that bull? I said, now imagine that as a wet T-shirt contest.
I was a part
Deal.
of that T-shirt contest.
Right.
I would never be, but I still hold the record. When we had the mechanical bull a couple years ago, 56 seconds. Challenge anybody.
There you go. Challenge accepted.
Come on.
Not
if
by
you beat
me. I
me,
got too many broken parts. But yeah, everybody out there. There you go. Challenge accepted.
come find me.
I'm fine in 56 seconds.
57. You make it 57, I'll buy you
Who's
a beer. Or
operating
no,
the?
we'll go find Ditto and get a swig out of a bottle.
I'm gonna operate the deal.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Well, you
exactly.
make it 56
No,
seconds.
no.
All right,
If not, I'm
man.
gonna take Leroy down there and we're gonna have see how long you make it on Leroy.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Wait, which one's Leroy?
Yeah.
Is that the zebra?
No, that's the camel. You can't ride the zebra. She's.
I'll buy her back.
Oh, here we go.
Shit, bite me. Just because she got a baby, you need to get her a toothbrush. Ain't see the teeth?
Yeah.
Get some fluoride up in there.
Yeah, some fluoride up in that zebra. Well, October 10th through the 13th, New Braunfels, Texas, on River Road at Mountain Breeze. Also, if you do not have a place to stay, go to gypsyriverresort.com. Hit the book now button. In the comment section, list Uno Rios 30% off for everybody that is involved in the festival. We have all kinds of cottages, cabins, bungalows, and all the things that tent spots, RV spots, you name it. And we're literally right down the road.
We can post a link on wherever you post this.
Yes.
For our Facebook site, the
We will.
book face, Instagrams.
Yep.
Fucking
We will spread it all across the socials.
Moonlight Tower.
That's
Moon
Tower
Tower.
too.
Moon Tower.
I know you're gonna have to stay at your level. I'm just gonna put you back in the prospect status. Make Nick's gonna be your new coach or whatever it's called. Your sponsor.
You're fired.
Yeah, you can fire me on my day off. Oh shit! Hey, it was a good time. I cannot wait. We are doing our very first live podcast at this festival Saturday morning, 10:30, with these two guys, and it is going to be a freaking awesome. It's in the VIP tent. I cannot wait for y'all to see what we've got coming
Do I
up.
gotta be
So,
sober?
No.
do we all want to vote? No. Okay, there we go. We all just answered our own questions.
Bourbon for breakfast.
Hell no.
Puke and rally.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for coming, you guys. It's gonna be a good time. Look forward to it. Thanks for having me. Thank you guys for coming. Go ahead, get it out. Say it.
I just want to say cut.
Cut. And Mags.
What?
Cut. Oh my
You're
god.
terrible.
Oh shit. Y'all are retarded.
I put a blessing on it. Too real, this ain't metaphoric. We just put the I in iconic. Buzzing like I'm electronic.
Now I'll do it the right way.
There you go, right in front of my
Still
face.
facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
I bet you over here.
So they have an
I
opportunity
bet you
throw
she
some
won't.
of that
I bet she won't.
to make sure everything's approved.
Oh, I watched that movie.
Yeah. Well, I was feeding my lemur loves eggs. All my monkeys do, and so I
Shit, monkeys.
made breakfast for them,
Yeah, shit,
and
monkeys.